Welcome to Adelaide East Stevenson High School into round one of the IHSA 8A playoffs. You are listening to the Stevenson Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Jeremy Iskowitz, with my broadcast partner, Zidan Amer. It's a chilly and rainy October night here in Lincolnshire as your Stevenson Patriots prepare for a home playoff game against the Lyons Township Lions. Before we get into talking about them, Zidan, tell us a little bit more about the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, Stevenson has had a really successful regular season, going 7-2 and 5-2 in conference play. They won a back-and-forth thriller against Libertyville last week, winning 35-28. Jeremy, I don't know if you know, but quarterback Aiden Crawley had two very, very clutch deep touchdowns, one to Armand Burris, and then the game winner eventually to Zach Becker. But as usual, it was the running backs who produced for Stevenson. Christopher Thorndike got a 98-yard kickoff return touchdown, and Frank Costable produced on the ground and got himself a touchdown as well. Jeremy, the defense has got to get back to its great ways it's been throughout the season.
Thank you, Zidan. As for the Lyons Township Lions, they are led by head coach John Butcher and are a part of the West Suburban Silver Conference and come into the playoffs with a 6-3 record on the year. That's 4-2 in conference play. They've had key wins against Downers Grove North and Wheaton Warrenville South. They've played competitive games against York and Glenbard West and made their way into the playoffs by beating Proviso East on the road 63-7 last week. Lyons Township is led on offense by senior quarterback number 9 Ryan Jackson, with wide receivers Travis Stam and Colgate commit Noah Faflin. On defense, Lyon has Illinois commit number 78, the defensive lineman Eddie Turk, and Noah Faflin at linebacker. On special teams, there's Kent State commit kicker Tommy Newcomb. Zidan, hit me with the keys to the game.
One, Jeremy, Stevenson has to shore up these secondary problems. You know, against Libertyville, they gave up 2 deep ball touchdowns. They've struggled with the deep ball throughout the year. They really need to shore up this problem against a good quarterback and a good offense in Lyons. Second, they got to protect Crawley. You know, this is a good D-line. There's going to be really good coverage. Crawley's going to have to survey the field, make a lot of plays. Stevenson does ask that of him as their quarterback, so they got to get the protection down. Offensive line been great in the run game, but can definitely be better tonight in the pass game. And then finally, they have to, Jeremy, get both running backs involved. Thorndike, Costable, they produce explosive plays. They produce first downs and touchdowns eventually. They need both of those monsters in the backfield to get going.
Thank you, Zidan. I kind of want to go back to what we mentioned before in your background about Stevenson. Last week they played an intense game against Libertyville. Can you tell me a little bit more about that game? You were there in attendance.
Yeah, Jeremy, as I said, it started off with the most electric moment I've ever been in the stands for a kickoff return touchdown in the clincher for a home playoff game. Christopher Thorndike, he's been amazing, as we said, even as the backup. Produced it, ran it back, so hype. And then they got a pick from their wide receiver 1 and a great cornerback as well, Armand Burris. Eventually, Frank Costable ran that in. But Jeremy, what really stood out to me, I mean, I talked about it earlier, but Aiden Crawley, you know, first half he wasn't asked that much. Stevenson had a pretty good lead. But once Libertyville kept getting close, kept bouncing back, kept tying the game up, Crawley made play after play, kept Stevenson going, and got those touchdowns. He threw, I mean, Jeremy, he threw for 245-yard touchdowns. Sorry, 245 yards. I don't even know how many he had in the first half, but not nearly as much as he had in the second half.
Like you mentioned, on a home playoff game, the first since 2016. We saw the Patriots in the playoffs last year, but they were on the road. The first since 2016. We are going to take a break for the alma mater and the national anthem. You are listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network.
please rise if able as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
This song. We hail.
Welcome back to the Stevenson Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz alongside my broadcast partner Zidane Amer, and we are in round one of the IHSA 8A playoffs between the Lyons, Township Lions, and your Stevenson Patriots. Zidane, you had an opportunity to talk to head coach Brent Becker this week. Tell us a little bit about the interview with him.
Yeah, you know, Jeremy, now back-to-back postseason experiences for this Patriots and Coach Becker. So we want to sit down and talk about this current squad. So first, obviously, we talked about it before, but we had to ask him about that two-headed monster. You know, he says it just contributes so much to that offense to have those two options. If a player's tired, they both have their strengths, right? You know, one might be better at pass protection, one might be better at inside zones, and they're able to mix and match those players to put them in their best situations. Then we talked about Armand Burris. You know, Jeremy, he's really come on strong as of late for the Stevenson Patriots, really truly evolved since that Taft game where I believe he had 3 or 4 touchdowns into a wide receiver one. He's been incredible for the Patriots this year and continues to be, hopefully, in this game. And really, we just talked about, you know, Stevenson's riding some momentum. They had a 5-game winning streak. They clinched their home playoff game. You know, fans were a little worried at the start of the year. You know, a lot of turnover in this roster. The Patriots have proven the fans and any critics wrong. They've made it here. They got their home playoff game. Now's the time.
The stakes have never been higher for this 2023 football season. We are ready for round one of the IHSA 8A playoffs. The student section, the fans are ready, and so are your Patriots, and here we go. The Patriots kick it off, and it'll be brought out of it'll be ruled a touchback, and we'll get a first look at the Lyons, Township Lions on offense first.
Yeah, Jeremy, a bit of a tongue twister there. But this is a very, very talented team. You know, they play in a really good conference. So the record almost underrates them with how talented they are. They have a good quarterback, second-year starter, Ryan Jackson, having a good year again. Look for the Stevenson Patriots defense. This is where the game will be. You know, hopefully the offense will be able to produce, but they have to stop this Lions offense.
Like you mentioned, the Lyons Township Lions are led by a senior quarterback, number 9, Ryan Jackson, as he takes the first snap and hands it off. It is a run up the middle by number 7, Jack McQueenie, and he is stopped for a gain of 2 up the middle.
Yeah, Jeremy, we talked about this defensive line, Anthony Adams, Ethan Ogcon, really have come up big in these moments, made big plays. They've been stout defensively, great run defense, and getting after the passer. That's the mainstay of the Stevenson defense. That's always the unit that Coach Berger, Coach Becker, they like to focus on, get built up to its best form.
We mentioned in the open that on offense, they have stout wide receivers Travis Stam and Colgate commit Noah Faflin. They look to get him involved here as a pass is outside to McQueenie again, and he is tackled at the 30-yard line for a, looks close to be a, yep, that's a first down on the first drive for Lyons Township.
Yeah, just a nice little short pass there. Got the yardage. Back-to-back plays to McQueen. He's a big player in this offense. But Lyons does like to spread this ball around. It's not really focused as much as one player as the whole unit entirely.
McQueen has now been the main guy on the first 2 plays. He'll line up at wide receiver again. You got 2 wide receivers out right. And Stevenson looking to show blitz, but they back off. Gets the snap, pressure up the middle, and it is up for grabs in the air, and it is dropped. Look, dropped by Armand Burris. Burris, there was a couple guys in the vicinity. It looked like someone could have made a play, but right on the middle of the Patriots logo at midfield, the ball falls incomplete for 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Jeremy, we talked about Armand Burris, a 2-way player, plays cornerback and wide receiver for the Patriots. A lot of snaps on this team, but a really good chance there to make a play. Just couldn't get his hands on it. Popped out when he hit the ground. We
will definitely be talking about Armand Burris a lot this game as he plays and makes an impact on both sides of the ball. It is 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line of Lyons. Jackson takes the snap, looks downfield, gets some pressure. He will take off and run to the left side, and he will get to past midfield for a 1st down. Pressure almost got him in the backfield, and he scrambled out to the left. 1st down for Lyons Township across midfield.
Yeah, Jeremy Jackson, he's a really refined, accurate passer, but he makes a lot of plays with his legs. He had a lot of touchdowns last year. Gets a big play there on the left sideline, runs way past the Stevenson defense.
Pressure in the backfield by Richie Gergiev, senior, number 99 for the Patriots on the play, who came close. Lyons Township will now set up shop on the left hash on the 45. Jackson takes the snap. He will fake the handoff, take it to the right himself, and he will get up the middle for about 3 or 4 yards. Tackled by Ethan Agakhan, number 58, senior for the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy Agakhan has made play after play for the Stevenson team. He continues to produce into his senior year. Been really impressive. You know, we talked about it early on in the year. He was the only returning starter on the team from last year. Continue to produce with his great defensive line.
Lots of turnover for the Patriots this year, but Ethan Agakhan now in his 3rd year up on varsity, 2nd full season. He came out middle of sophomore year. Jackson takes the snap, and he will look outside and complete a pass to, it looks like, to number 2, Travis Stam, who we talked about in the opener, the junior wide receiver.
Yeah, Travis Stam, he was the leading receiver last year, continues to be, runs a nice little out route. Jackson gets to him quick enough where he can make that catch and survive the hit.
We got about a 3rd down and 1 for Lyons here. We mentioned in the opener that their kicker, Tommy Newcomb, is committed to Kent State. We were watching him in pregame, kicking 52-yard field goals. Looked like would have been good from 58. We'll see what Lyons draws up here on 3rd down.
Look for a run up the middle. Stevenson put in 78, Luca, big nose tackle.
And that's exactly what it'll be, a run up the middle, and not sure if he got it. Looks like Anthony Adams, Ethan Agakhan, and crew were brought pressure to the backfield, and he will be short. It'll be 4th down for Lyons.
That is some great piece of coaching right there from Coach Bergeau. You know, they saw the formation, made a late substitution with putting number 78, Luca, on in the nose tackle position. A big dude, 6'8", 340, I believe. They saw the run up the middle. They guessed right. They get the stop. 4th down for Lyons.
Lyons looking like they're about to go for it. They just made a couple substitutions, bringing in some bigger guys. Assuming it's going to be another run or, you know, a little bit of a read option here, but Lyons will be going for it on 4th and 1 from the Stevenson 42-yard line. Jackson takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He will pass it to looks to be number 15, Tucker King. The big tight end will pick up the 1st down on the right side of the field.
Yeah, Jeremy, looked like an RPO there. You know, Jackson had the option to hand it out, but Tucker Kraft sort of leaked out there for the Lions team. Was wide open, really easy conversion for the 1st down.
I think we were kind of expecting that to happen. Lyons Township will set up with a fresh 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 31-yard line. Jackson will get the snap. He will look downfield, survey his options, throw down deep towards the end zone, and a one-handed attempted catch will result in a penalty. The ball was thrown to Travis Stam, assuming they're going to get him for pass interference here.
Most likely seems to call, corner had him blanketed. They clearly saw something that warranted the flag. Again, Travis Stam, leading receiver, another target. Look for Lyons to really, really involve him a lot. I just want to talk about that big tight end, Tucker King. They line him up in the backfield, and that gives them so many options on offense.
Our referee, Jim Gilkert, just announced the penalty. It'll be a penalty on the Patriots. Ball on the 21-yard line for Lyons. A fresh first down for there. I think it was a pass interference. I missed it. I'm sure that's what it was, or a holding, something like that. 1st and 10 for Lyons now.
Both teams, number 2, Travis Stam and Armand Burris, lined up against each other one-on-one.
Handoff for looked to be number 33, Dylan Rickman, and he will be going nowhere as Ethan Aga Khan disrupts the play and gets in the backfield to drop him for a loss of 2.
Jeremy, Ethan Aga Khan is a big, strong dude. He broke through the defensive line, read it perfectly, was able to drag down Rickman. But again, Jeremy, as you saw in that replay right there, it's not just Aga Khan, it's not just one player, it's the ferocity of this Stevenson defensive line. They all get back after the play.
As you've been seeing, it's the rain is coming down here, so the referees are wiping off the ball after every snap. That's what the referee's doing with the football there. Rain's coming down. Jackson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, will roll out left, look downfield of a wide open receiver, number 2, Travis Stam, and Stam has got looks to be close to a 1st and goal for the Lyons Township Lions.
Yeah, Jeremy, you saw earlier on this drive, Ryan Jackson beat that Stevenson team with a scramble. Now with a rollout, he's able to move to his left, crossbody throw, great accuracy to hit Travis Stam inbounds and get the first down.
Stam looked like he bobbled the ball at first, but was able to make a clean catch and get in for a 1st and goal. 1st in the end zone to go for Lyons. Ball right at the 10-yard line. We got Stam out right. We got Jack Cheney, number 3, who's listed as a running back. Jackson will take the snap, fake the handoff. He will take it himself up the middle, and he is dropped at the 3-yard line. Tackled by John Conchaldi.
Yeah, Jeremy, another designed run here for the quarterback, but Stevenson's linebacker, they don't fall for the fake. They stay still in their stance, able to get a nice tackle there on Jackson, make it 2nd and goal.
We got 2nd and goal coming from the 4-yard line. We'll see what Lyons draws up here. They got a wide receiver out on both sides. They will hand it off to McQueenie, and McQueenie will be in for the Lions touchdown. Touchdown Lions.
Yeah, Jeremy, this Lions just got that yardage, get it close enough where they trust McQueenie, get it in, McQueenie, to just nice, easy inside zone in the end zone.
Not the look that Stevenson was looking for on the first drive, as Lyons Township moves the ball pretty easily. We'll get our first look at the Kent State commit, Tommy Newcomb, on the extra point here. And as expected, Newcomb knocks it through. It is 7-0 in favor of the Lyons Township Lions.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's also sometimes an aspect of high school football that gets overlooked, that special teams, that punter and kicker. Tommy Newcomb's got a leg, didn't really need it for that one, but straight down the middle, it'll be 7-0 for Stevenson with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. To
recap that drive, Lyons Township they were able to get a first down on a 4th and 1 from the Stevenson 43, and they end up punching it in the end zone with number 7 running back Jack McQueenie, the senior.
Yeah, Jeremy, really, 2 plays that stood out to me on that drive was one, that pass interference penalty that gave Lyons the yardage and another first down, and obviously mainly that 4th down conversion leak out pass to Tucker King.
So now we are going to get our first look at the Stevenson Patriots offense after the kickoff, as Newcomb kicks it away, and to not many surprise, the ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Zidane, we're going to get a chance to see the Stevenson Patriots offense led by quarterback Aiden Crawley. They have a two-headed monster in the backfield with Thorndike and Costable. We got wide receiver Armand Burris, who we talked about. Going to distribute the ball to those guys primarily, but you have the tight end Zach Becker, who caught the game-winning touchdown last week against Libertyville. So we'll see what the Patriots come out with here on first down from the 20-yard line. Crawley will take the handoff. They'll give it to Thorndike. Thorndike will get about 5 yards.
Yeah, Jeremy, I think that was actually Costable, but another nice inside zone run there. You know, Stevenson relies on those inside zone plays to get the yardage on that first down.
That's on me. It was Frank Costable, number 29, the running back for the Stevenson Patriots. For a gain of 5 yards on first down, we'll have 2nd and 5. Lyons Township parents right in front of us, very loud as the ball is taken, and it is a pitch to number 9, Kendrick Kenning, and Kenning will get the first down. It was a little bit of a pitch play to him.
You know, Jeremy, when you have such a talented runner in Frank Costable, it's sort of that gravity that pulls the defense that way, opens up that hole for Kendrick Kenning. You know, you saw the fake almost with Frank Costable going out left. Crawley, nice pitch, gets it to Kendrick Kenning. Nice easy hole up the middle for the first down.
That is indeed true. It is a Stevenson Patriots first down from their own 34-yard line. Takes the snap. It is tossed out to Christopher Thorndike. Thorndike with some space, and he will get up to about the 45 on the left side of the field.
Jeremy, maybe I'm just superstitious here at home, but that left side of the field, past that left hash, Stevenson always produces there. Christopher Thorndike and Fraser Costable especially. Nice little screen, nice little run, and that is a Patriots first down, I believe.
It is indeed a Stevenson Patriots first down. You know, if you give Christopher Thorndike some room, that could be a mistake. He'll make the most of it as he picked up a first down there at the Stevenson 45. Handoff for the Patriots will be stopped right away. That was Thorndike who got the snap there, stopped in his tracks for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, the run scheme just didn't really hold up there. Lyons Township's defensive line beat that Stevenson offensive line, got straight to the line of scrimmage. Thorndike really had nowhere to go.
Stevenson's got a 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line. Crawley communicating with his receivers will take the snap. It is a handoff to Thorndike, and Thorndike's still on his feet. I thought he went down. He was driven to the backfield by number 79 of Lyons, Danny Zarco, the senior, the defensive lineman, and that will end up resulting in a loss of 1 yard. So 3rd and 11 for the Patriots on their own 44-yard line.
It will be a loss of yards, but an incredibly impressive play by Christopher Thorndike to throw a dude who's so much bigger, so much taller than him. He has that athletic prowess. Both the Stevenson running backs do. That's what makes them so great.
Crawley will take the 3rd down snap. He will look for his receivers. Got nothing. Going to make the most of it, and he will go down for a sack. Look to be the Illinois commit defensive lineman Eddie Turk, the 6'4", 265 senior from Lyons, will take him down.
Yeah, Jeremy, both the tackles on Stevenson got beat. Lyons was immediately able to collapse that pocket. Crawley tried to step up, tried to escape to his left. Really no space for him to go there.
So after Lyons gets a touchdown on their opening drive, Stevenson will punt it. It'll be Frank Costable, the running back, who is also serving as the punter. Yeah, Lyons Township man back deep. The punt is up, and that good punt. It'll go over the head of the returner, and it will roll inside the 5-yard line, down at the 3-yard line. What a punt by Frank Costable.
Jeremy, there is, I'd say, nothing as satisfying as a beautiful punt in football. And Frank Costable, you know, has sort of had some struggles. He's been a great running back, but punter has seen some mishaps there. A beautiful, beautiful punt. Bounced and stopped right at the 5-yard line, I believe, and touchdown by Armand Burris.
It was indeed touched by Armand Burris. Got a little help from the wind there. Not too windy, but you can see the flags on the top of the goalpost move a little bit. But the ball will be at the 3-yard line for Lyons. You are listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. This is round one of the IHSA playoffs between the Lyons, Township Lions, and your Stevenson Patriots. Lions will set up shop from their own 3-yard line. Jackson back for a second drive. Got the Patriots defenders to jump a little bit, but they made their way back. But now it looks to be could be a false start unless Stevenson jumped again. It's going to be a false start against Lyons, so a drive that was already starting at the 3-yard line is going to be backed up a 1.5 yards.
Yeah, Jeremy, Lyons' first penalty of the game. Obviously, you saw that Stevenson pass interference. But Ryan Jackson, tried to draw that Stevenson defensive line offsides. Seemed to be a little bit of a jump, but not enough for the refs to call it. But then Lyons' offensive lineman did really what his coach definitely did not want him to do, push his team even farther back into their own territory.
So now Jackson will stand in his own end zone, the ball at the 1.25 yard line. There'll be a handoff to McQueenie, and McQueenie will hit a bit of a hole and get his way out of the end zone up to the 10-yard line.
I believe that was actually the other running back, Dylan Rickman, there with the carry, but nice carry, broke through that Stevenson defense. Once he hit that second level, nice some open space, get a lot more yardage for Lions to work with.
Got a little more room to breathe back there. Jackson was standing well deep in his end zone, but now we'll have 10 yards behind him to execute this first down play. Sorry, second down and 3. As Jackson will keep the ball himself, and he will pick up the first down, tackled by number 8 for the Patriots, Will Kirksick, the senior.
I believe that'll be Jackson's 4th rush already of the game. Jeremy, he has those legs, he has the athletic ability. I believe a 3-sport athlete at Lyons, his scrambling ability really opens things up for Lyons and really makes it a lot tougher for Stevenson to defend this offense.
Jackson, a very good athlete. According to Max Preps, he is also on the varsity baseball and basketball team for Lyons, batting over 300 for the baseball team, which is very impressive as he gives a handoff to McQueenie here. McQueenie tries to make a man miss, but gets smothered by Ethan Agakhan.
Yeah, a lot of Patriots there in the tackle. These linebackers, these edge rushers, look at that, Ethan Agakhan, a big, strong dude, rushing out, making the stop, gaining almost no yardage for Lyons. This is that Stevenson D-line. Jeremy, we talk about it all the time. They produce not only neutral plays, they produce a lot of negative plays. They force that offensive team back. They're very, very good so far this year, and they continue to be so far in this game.
2nd and 11 for Lyons, looked to be number 6, Griffin Surin, in on that tackle as well. He was up there. 2nd and 11, Jackson gets the snap. We'll look to McQueenie again. McQueenie will collect the pass and get up to about the 32-yard line of Lyons.
Yeah, Jeremy, outside of that rollout pass from Johnson, it's been a lot of short passes, a lot of inside the marks, a lot of little out routes, curls, very quick and easy throws for Johnson to make, and really trusting their playmakers to pick up that extra yardage. As you see, it's already a 3rd and 3, a very convertible place for Lions to be.
We have a timeout on the field. The clock will run out of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Lyons Township 7, Stevenson 0. Let's get a underlevel report here.
Here's the underlevel report. At the junior varsity level, the Patriots are 4-5 with 88 points scored to 107 points allowed. The junior varsity team performs better away than at home. The junior varsity is led by head coach Dave Jacobson. At the freshman level, the football team is 8-0-1 with a whopping 350 points scored to just 28 points allowed. During the last 2 games, we scored close to 100 points while only allowing 12 points total. Collectively, they're scoring 40 points a night, led by head coach Joey Weber.
Thank you to the underlevel report done by Ethan Wang. Also to note about some other not football, but flag football. We have the girls flag football team going to state tomorrow. The inaugural girls flag football season has been a huge success With that comes an appearance at the state finals. Our Patriots will be playing in their first game against Rockford Guilford at 5:30 at Hallis Hall tomorrow, where the Bears practice. Spectators are limited in the facility, so the game can be viewed live on YouTube.
Yeah, Jeremy, there's been a lot of discussion about that. First year as a sport, Stevenson's team, I mean, absolutely dominant throughout the year, now makes it to state. But a little bit of controversy. You know, Hallis Hall, obviously a very nice place to play a game, but obviously spectators are limited, so families might not be able to make it and get that the crowd, and for the state games.
The game will be able to be viewed on YouTube as we start the second quarter with a rollout by Jackson. A lot of pressure for him. That was pressure by number 57, D'Angelo Washington, the sophomore. Makes Jackson roll out and throw the ball incomplete. 3rd and 3 for the Lions. Sorry, 4th and 3. So Lions will be punting after their first drive goes for a touchdown. They'll be forced to punt, and Stevenson sends Zach Hirsch and Christopher Thorndike back deep to receive the punt.
Yeah, Jeremy will again see that Kent State commit Tommy Newcomb with the rocket of a leg he has. But you saw obviously Jackson try to roll out, but D'Angelo Washington made a great play, used his athleticism, made him, forced a bad pass. Stevenson gets the 4th down and hopefully the ball again.
Newcomb will punt it, and it is not that well of a punt. A little bit of a surprise. It bounces back. So Stevenson will take over at their own 38-yard line, so good field position for the Patriots. Zidane, what did we see out of the first drive for the Patriots?
Yeah, Jeremy, main thing we talk about is that running game for the Patriots, and so far it hasn't produced as much as it definitely would like. You know, Costable had a 5-yard carry, but Thorndike 2 yards for, 2 carries for only 1 yard. They really want to get that going, get that offensive line pushing back that Lions defensive line.
And Stevenson will have an opportunity to get their second drive underway here as the Patriots line up 3 receivers to the left. The snap is taken. It is a fake handoff, and it is dropped by number 3, Alex Drabchek, the junior. Drabchek had a little bit of space in front of him, but the ball is dropped, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Patriots.
That's really not the sort of a plays you can afford right now, Jeremy. You know, you're trying to get that offense going, trying to get that Stevenson running game, that short passing game all working. And with a talented playmaker now, Drabchek dropping that pass, now you have 2nd and 10, make it even tougher to convert this.
It's worth noting the ball's a little wet, raining conditions, not as bad as pregame. The rain, as we can see in the lights, is slowing down. Crawley will take it himself out of the right side, and that did not go for much. Looked to be only about a gain of 1, if not a gain of none. Design run there.
Jeremy, we've talked a lot about Jackson's athleticism for Lions, but do not forget Aiden Crawley has the legs, has the ability to go out in space and make the throws deep. Let's see if he's able to get those chances even against this Lions team. As you just saw up in the lights, rain not as hard as it once was. Pre-game it was coming down pretty hard. 3rd and 10 for the Patriots. Crawley will look, a screen to Armand Burris. It is low and incomplete. Patriots will be punting the ball right back to Lions. Yeah, just a bad drive there by the Stevenson offense. Really, you know, didn't produce much, if anything at all. I believe they actually only went backwards for a yard on that Aiden Crawley scramble. But, you know, you're looking for that chemistry, for that link up between Armand Burris and Aiden Crawley. You know, those screens are a big part of this offense. A lot of the ways how they get their wide receivers going. Just couldn't make the connection there. A little off by Aiden Crawley.
Frank Costable will be back deep to punt again. A really good punt the first time down at the Lions 3. We'll see what he's got in store here as he punts it. Not nearly as strong of a punt last time, as it'll drop at about the Lions 38. Wind's starting to move a little bit.
Yeah, Jeremy, since that Lions opening touchdown, both offenses have been sort of sleepwalking through this. You know, they have the playmakers, they're trying to get them involved, but just can't seem to be able to so far. Hopefully the Stevenson defense will again force a 4th down stop, get the ball back in. If Stevenson can get the running game going, they're going to win this game. All right, it's just how it's worked throughout the season. That running game is the most vital key to Stevenson so far.
Aiden Crawley so far 0 for 2 for no yards passing, 1 carry for -1 yard. So we'll see what Stevenson comes out after this Lyons drive. Lyons, like I mentioned, will be set up 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Jackson ready for drive number 3. He collects the snap, fakes the handoff, and he has a wide open receiver. Looks to be number 15, Tucker King, who caught the 4th and 1 conversion. He was wide open up the middle, gets across midfield for a Lyons Township 1st down.
Yeah, Jeremy, we talked a lot about that big tight end, Tucker King. You know, he offers this offense not only a great blocker, but a great route runner as well, and a great passing option for this Lyons team. They like to spread the ball around with a pretty good passing attack. And as you just saw, Tucker King, big part of that.
Lyons will line up 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. You got number 33, Dylan Rickman, in the backfield. Jackson getting the calls from his sideline. He will get the ball, and it'll be a handoff to Rickman. Rickman up ahead, up the middle for about 2 yards. 2nd and 8. D'Angelo Washington with the tackle on that play.
Good play there by the Stevenson defense, you know, not really allowing much rushing room, really, for Rickman and Lyons there. But, Jeremy, quick thing to remember, now that Lyons is in Stevenson territory, you got to watch out for that kicker, Tommy Newcomb. We saw him hitting like 50-yarders easily in practice. Want to make sure he doesn't get that chance here in this game.
Jackson rolls out right, looks for number 7, McQueenie. McQueenie will collect it. He'll be a couple yards short of a 1st down. Be 3rd and about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Jeremy, so far we talked about, you know, Travis Stamp, Tucker King, but really the offensive standout so far has been Jack McQueenie, just making all the plays, running, catching. He's been a great vital part of Lyons offense so far. Stevenson's defense need to contain him.
Lyons trying to draw Stevenson offside. They will go a little big here on 3rd and 1. Jackson looks over to the sideline, calls for the ball, handoff by Rickman, and he is short. It'll be 4th and 1 from about the same spot.
Another great play by that Stevenson defense, you know, getting that stop, not allowing any yardage. This was a close yardage play, and Stevenson defense comes up big. Another great coaching decision by Stevenson to call that defense, get the run, get the stop.
We got another 4th and 1 for Lyons Township. The student section for Stevenson starting to come alive here. Lyons runs big, and they do a QB sneak. We'll see if he got there. It depends on the spot. There also is a flag that comes in at the end. Looks to be a sideline, some type of sideline infraction penalty on Lyons. Doesn't look to be their head coach, one of their assistant coaches, pretty fired up on the sideline. I'm assuming that's what backs them up.
Jeremy, I'm not exactly certain what it is, but we can definitely tell it's against Lyons, and they're not very happy about it.
Look to be a sideline penalty. One of the assistant coaches for Lyons was a little heated on the sideline. I think that's what moved them back. They're going to go for it again, though. It is now 4th and 6. They're going to keep their offense on the field.
Empty backfield here. Make sure to look out for Jackson's wheels. See if they get him out in space or a designed quarterback run.
Jackson will get the ball. He will look to the side, and it is off the hands of McQueenie. Right off the hands of McQueenie will turn the ball over to the Patriots. The Patriots get the stop in 4th and 6. Stevenson ball.
Yeah, Jeremy, we talked about McQueenie. He's been a big part of this Lions offense, but he drops the ball there. Stevenson gets a chance, gets the turnover on downs. Now a big chance to tie this game up with 8 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Big drive incoming from Stevenson, who will start at their own 37-yard line. Crawley gets the ball, It is a handoff up the middle for Costable. Costable spins, makes a guy miss, makes another guy miss, and he is down at the 50-yard line in points for a Stevenson Patriots first down.
Jeremy, we talked about those inside zone, that inside run plays, that power runs up the middle, and who better to have it run it than Frank Costable. He's so good at getting extra yardage. He fights through every single contact and gets his Stevenson first down there.
Costable will stay in the backfield. You got 3 wide receivers lined up out left. Everyone's set. Crawley gets the ball, and it is another handoff to Costable. Costable will spin around and get about 2 yards up the middle.
Jeremy, that's what I'm talking about. Even when there's not that much space, he has the athleticism to get a few yards, get something for the Stevenson offense.
It'll be second down and about 8 for the Patriots across midfield at their 48-yard line. Some good runs by Frank Costable gets the Stevenson Patriots across midfield. Crawley collects. It is given to Kendrick Kenning. Kendrick Kenning tight walks the sideline. He is down past the 40 for a Stevenson Patriots first down.
Great play call there by Stevenson. You know, getting a playmaker, Kendrick Kenning, in an open space, moving him around the whole defense, getting him into space, and getting a Stevenson Patriots first down.
Stevenson at the Lyons Township 39-yard line. First and 10. Crawley, let's see what he does here. Gets the ball. Handoff to Costable. Costable up the middle. Makes a couple guys miss and up for about a gain of 6 yards.
Stevenson, Jeremy, this is what Stevenson needs, you know, to get those grindy sort of plays, get those yardage after yardage after yardage. Take some time off the clock, hopefully, because, as you know, Stevenson will receive the second half kickoff. If they can give Lyons, say, like 3 minutes left on the clock with the ball, that's a great scenario.
The second and 4 play is a handoff to Thorndike. Thorndike will run up the middle. He is about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Patriots.
This will be a big play coming up. You know, as we talked about, Stevenson sort of getting into a rhythm. But if they can't convert this first down, that becomes a big problem and possibly a very big play in this game if they do decide to go for it on 4th down.
Zidane, I see a big defensive lineman, Ethan Agacon, enter the game for the Patriots here. Maybe like a fullback handoff or tush push maybe, like the Eagles do in the NFL. We'll see what happens here. And Lyons Township will call their first timeout of the game. That is their first.
Jeremy, you got to save the date for Monday's band chamber concert. Prepare for a delightful evening of music on October 30th at 6:30 p.m. Brought to you by the Stevenson Band. The band chamber concert will feature chamber ensemble students from the Honor Band and Advanced Symphonic Band who will be performing in the West Auditorium. We hope to see you there.
You said Monday?
Monday,
6:30 Monday?
West Auditorium.
It's a good time to shout out the Stevenson Patriots marching band who is here tonight. Technically their football season ended, but they were nice enough to come out for this round 1 playoff game. Did the national anthem so beautifully, as they have done all year, and continue to provide music during timeouts and things like first downs. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Patriots go a little bit bigger here. You got 3 guys in the backfield. It is handoff to Thorndike, and Thorndike will... Let's see where the officials will spot the ball.
They got it.
They signal a first down. So first down, Patriots. They had Ethan Agacon in there as a blocker in the backfield, and Christopher Thorndike will chug ahead to get the 1 yard he needed for a first down.
Yeah, Jeremy, that when Stevenson has those 3 guys in the backfield, they usually go with an inside play either to the left or the right and get that short yardage gain, usually on 3rd and short.
Stevenson with a quick huddle pass from like an almost intercepted pass from Crawley there. The play happened so fast.
I believe, Jeremy, if you look at the replay, it was almost intercepted by the Colgate commit, Noah Faflin.
That is a name that we mentioned in the opener. He plays both offense and defense. Where'd you say he was committed to?
Colgate.
Colgate. The Colgate commit was in there to disrupt the play. Target on the play was number 3, Alex Drebchik. Crawley gets the snap. It's a pitch to Kendrick Kenning again. That's the 3rd time that's happened. This time, not much is gotten out of it. It'll be 3rd down and 9, a big 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, that was just a great tackle by the Lions team. A sort of shoestring right around the ankles to get him, because Kendrick had some space, had an opening, but couldn't get past that one Lions defender.
Look out for a guy like Armand Burris on this big 3rd down. He's the only receiver that lines up to the left. Kendrick Kenning lines up in the right. We'll see what happens here. There's a handoff for Costable, and that gets nowhere as a Lions defender goes flying back there. But it'll be 4th down, and we'll see what the Patriots do. Keeping the offense on the field for right now. Yeah, Crawley just got a signal from head coach Brent Becker. They're going to go for it. This is a huge play in the game. This could be something we look back at the end of the game and see.
Jeremy, we've seen this throughout the season. Stevenson trusting their offense, not wanting to give it to their kicker, Caden Long.
4th down, Crawley collects. Crawley will look. He's got a man open. That's Zach Becker. Touchdown, Patriots. No. Touchdown, Patriots. Zach Becker, who collected the game-winning touchdown last week against Libertyville, will make his way in for a touchdown. 4th and 8, touchdown Patriots.
Jeremy, that is a beautiful, beautiful throw by Aiden Crawley. Goes through the 2 defenders, hits the left shoulder of Zach Becker right over as he turns looking for the ball. Beautiful communication chemistry between the receiver and the quarterback. Great, great play for the Stevenson offense.
Caden on for the extra point. And it is blocked. It is blocked by Lyons, so the score will remain at 7-6. 30-yard touchdown from Aiden Crawley to Zach Becker as we see the replay here.
Yeah, Jeremy, a great catch by Zach Becker, but you saw that big, big block by Frank Costable. You know, picked up that extra rush defender, gave Aiden Crawley the time to set up and heave it downfield for Zach Becker.
Crawley placed it in a spot where only Becker could get it. He had 2 guys on him. Lyons was signaling that it was incomplete at first, so that was a little bit of the delay there. But nonetheless, the referees saw the ball in Becker's hands, and it is a touchdown for the Patriots. There's 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. It is worth noting that Stevenson will get the ball to start the 2nd half. And the student section is alive, as you can see right now, celebrating USA out tonight. Student section's been strong all year, and a little bit of rain, a little bit of cold will not stop them tonight.
Especially not for the first home playoff game since 2016. You know, Jeremy, you and me as seniors, this is the only one we're going to get, so might as well savor it. Same with the student section. But again, we're talking about it. You wanted to open things up for the Stevenson offense. You wanted to get things going. How better than a perfect dime from your quarterback for a 30-yard touchdown?
We had an opportunity to sit down with Zach Becker. Justin Furstein, our stats guy, sat down with Zach Becker and Anthony Adams earlier this week, and Justin asked him about if that big touchdown catch did anything for his confidence. The Lions receiver will get all the way up to the 42-yard line. So Lions, after letting up a touchdown, McQueenie will get them about to the 42-yard line on the kickoff.
Yeah, Jeremy, I believe that was Danny Matasano, the DB, who returns kicks for Lyons, but a great, great play for him.
As I was saying before the big kickoff return, our producer Justin Furstein was asking Zach Becker if that big touchdown did anything for his confidence, and he said it did a little bit, but he noted that he's been doing things like that all year long. So it's a lot of what we've seen so far, and he's only a sophomore, so a lot more to come from Zach Becker over the next few years as Jackson will roll out to the right like he's done a lot. And number 6, Mac Long. Yeah, I think it was an incomplete. We'll check the replay here. I thought I saw yeah, he dropped it. He dropped it. I saw the ref signal an incompletion. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the same spot on the 42-yard line of Lyons. 2 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, Jeremy, another rollout for Lyons for the quarterback Jackson. Hit Mac Long right in the hands, but just couldn't grab it in. Bad drop there on a sort of easy play there for Lyons.
That play would have gained about 3 or 4 yards as Jackson will avoid some pressure. The screen to the running back, and the running back is off to the races. That's Rickson, who gets to about the Stevenson 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremy, Dylan Rickman getting the screen there, taking it right down that field. Really, really great play design by Lyons to shift almost that Stevenson defense. Great blocking there by the O-line, opening up a huge hole for Rickman to run through and break through into Stevenson territory.
Rickman finally gets tackled on the play by Abi Adabekov. That is his second tackle of the game. A crucial, could have been touchdown saving tackle there. Lyons 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 30. Jackson rolls out to the right. Got some pressure. Anthony Adams is chasing him, but he will avoid it, and he will hit an open receiver. Look to be number 15, Tucker King. Big Tucker King, who he's hooked up with a couple times today.
Yeah, Jeremy, that tight end making big plays, making those clutch plays, I'd argue, you know. Jackson looking for a guy open. Tucker King on page with his quarterback, gets open, gets him an easy completion, and a big gain for Lyons. I believe it will set him up for 2nd and 1.
Yes, it'll be 2nd and 1. Good pressure from the Patriots. I mentioned Anthony Adams in the backfield, but the athletic ability of Jackson allows him to extend the play. And Jackson will drop back. Some more pressure. Ethan Ogcon's in his face. Jackson gets it off to number 2, Travis Stam, who looks to be close to the goal line. A big play. He was wide open. Ball is down.
Yeah, Jeremy, that Stevenson D-line really got some pressure on Jackson, but his receiver, Travis Stam, was just wide open downfield, had a lot of space on the DB, tried to reach for it in the end zone, but I believe his knee was down.
Close to what could have been a fumble at the goal line, but the referees will say that his knee was down. I would have liked to have seen that play again. Obviously, there's no replay here, but could have been close to a fumble in the end zone touchback. But nonetheless, Jackson will collect the ball, hand it off to Rickman, and Rickman will be stopped at the 1-yard line, stopped in his tracks. 2nd and goal, forthcoming from the 1. We're gonna get a look at the last play here again. Let's see if his knee was down before the ball came loose. Ooh, that's hard to tell. Zidane, what do you see?
That is really close. And Jeremy, not even if it's a fumble, but it might have actually been a touchdown. He might have actually broken the plane with that ball. It's really, really tough to see if he gets that ball over before he hits that shin and then elbow down. Big, big call there for Lyons and Stevenson.
We'll get a stoppage of play on the field. I think it might have been a Stevenson timeout, excuse me. We have 44 seconds left to go in the first half. As I mentioned before, Lyons will kick off to Stevenson to start the second half. Stevenson back on the field for this big 2nd down play. That replay could have been a touchdown, could have been a fumble, but we will do 2nd down and goal from the 1.
Yeah, Jeremy, this will be a big set of plays here for both teams. You know, heading in the second half, Stevenson will get that second half kickoff. So if they can somehow stop Lyons here, it'll be huge for this team and its momentum.
Handoff to Rickman, fake handoff. Jackson will take it, and Jackson will make it into the end zone untouched for a Lyons Township touchdown. That is the quarterback, Jackson, who takes it himself after a fake handoff.
Jeremy, we talked about the legs on that quarterback, Ryan Jackson. He's been good all year. He continues to be stellar with his running ability. He runs in a lot of touchdowns, this Lions team, as you just saw. Now they're looking for a 14-6 lead.
Big extra point for Newcomb here. And he knocks it through. Lyons Township now with an 8-point lead. Just a reminder, Stevenson got the extra point blocked off their touchdown drive. Stevenson, though, here has 40 seconds to work with. You practice the 2-minute drill every day at the end of practice. We'll see if they're going to be aggressive. We mentioned that they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Zidane, are you expecting an aggressive Patriots team with 40 seconds left to go in the first half?
I mean, German, we've seen throughout this year that in the 2-minute drill, with no time left on the clock, Stevenson likes to be conservative. They usually run the clock out, get back in their locker room, and recalibrate. They're not ones to try and throw it deep, try and get some completions down the field. So honestly, I'd expect a few Frank Costable runs and then halftime.
We'll see what they end up doing here. Newcomb places the ball on the tee, getting ready to kick it off to the Patriots. It's an important score for Lyons there, who is going to be kicking off to start the second half. So to get points up on the board before the end of the first half is very important for Lyons. But we'll see if Stevenson tries to be aggressive and respond. The kickoff is into the back of the end zone. Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, as I was talking about, you know, you look at Stevenson's Tennessee, they're not really that aggressive of a team. They do like to take their shots down the field sometimes, but they usually like to set it up with some runs. So I would be surprised if in these 40 seconds they try to take a few shots and get some more points on the board.
Stevenson, after a quick huddle, will set up 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. We'll see what the game plan here is with 40 seconds left in the first half. Crawley collects, and it'll be a handoff that'll get about 1 yard for Frank Costable. Clock will continue to run.
Jeremy, I'd be surprised if Stevenson does take a timeout. You know, we've seen before that if Stevenson runs and gets some nice yardage on that first play in the 2-minute drill, they might call a timeout and might take some shots deep. But with a 1-yard gain, they're going to let it run out and go to halftime.
Stevenson not needing to snap the ball again. Looks like they're not going to snap the ball. And that is all for the first half. Lyons Township 14, Stevenson 6. I'm Jeremy Iskowitz here with Zidane Amer. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching your Stevenson Patriots on the exclusive home for the Stevenson Sports Broadcasting Network. At halftime, Stevenson High School, our score is Stevenson 6, Lyons Township 14. Zidane, what is one thing that stood out to you in the first half?
Yeah, Jeremy, it's got to be the running ability of Jackson. Obviously scored in that touchdown. Obviously Jackson scored that touchdown, but you know, they've used his legs on rollouts to get those short, easy completions, as you saw with Stam at the goal line. Just, they got to contain him in the pocket, keep in the pocket. Those edge rushers really got to beat Lyons tackles.
It is halftime here in Lincolnshire. We will be back at the start of the second half.
Who you gonna call?
under the direction of Caitlin McGovern, Mark Hebert, Manny Vogler, and drumline director Danielle Deletto. The IHSA would like to recognize the Illinois Athletic Trainers Association for their dedication and commitment to IHSA sports. Thank you, the Stevenson High School Marching Band. Athletic trainers are certified and licensed healthcare professionals who provide the utmost compassion and care for Illinois high school athletes. There are over 1,600 certified athletic trainers throughout Illinois, and they are devoted to keeping student athletes safe from injuries. For more information about athletic training, please visit IllinoisAthleticTrainers.org. Certified athletic trainers are healthcare. The IHSA believes in inclusion as part of the partner with the Special Olympics Illinois to provide unified sports at all IHSA member schools. Contact the IHSA to find out how your school can become a unified champion school. The IHSA is proud to offer participation opportunities for all high school students in Illinois. In addition to offering a state series of nearly 40 sports and activities, the IHSA also conducts state tournaments for athletes with disabilities in basketball, bowling, swimming, and track. Contact the IHSA to learn more about how you can participate.
Welcome back to the second half here at Adelaide East Stevenson High School. We've got round one of the IHSA 8A playoffs between the Lyons Township Lions and your Stevenson Patriots. My name is Jeremy Eskowitz. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. Zidane, we had an exciting first half, and right before we went offline to start halftime, we talked about what we liked, but let's revisit the keys to the game. Let's see how those are going so far.
Yeah, Jeremy, first we talked about that secondary not letting up any, deep balls to Lions, and they haven't. It's been all short passes. On that last touchdown drive by Lions, you did see them go a bit down the field with that, I believe, Tucker King completion and the Travis Stam completion, I believe both for around 20 yards. But so far, the Stevenson secondary has contained that Lions offense. Second, we talked about, I believe, the two running backs of Stevenson.
Yep.
They haven't really gotten them going. They've made some plays, but they haven't really rushed that much. I mean, they have 13 carries for 48 yards, not their usual output. And then I believe the final one was we got to protect Aiden Crawley, and they've done a relatively good job. He took one sack early on in the game, but since then has had the protection to make the throws and get that touchdown for Stevenson.
As the kickoff to open up the second half goes out of the end zone, Stevenson will get the ball first to start the second half. We got the score 14-6 in favor of Lions. Lions scored 2 touchdowns in that first half. Stevenson scored a touchdown on a 25-yard pass to the back of the end zone for Zach Becker, who also caught the game-winning touchdown against Libertyville last week. The extra point was blocked. Stevenson setting up shop on their 20-yard line. 1st and 10 to start the second half. Crawley collects the ball. It is a handoff to Costable, and Costable up the middle will chug ahead for about 2 yards to the left side.
Yeah, again, they're trying to get that running game going, trying to get Costable and Thorndike going. A little outside zone there. Didn't get much yardage, only, I believe, about 2 for Stevenson on that run.
2nd and 8 for the Patriots. Looking to get off to a fast start for this second half, this important second half. Crawley gathers, fake to Drabczyk. Crawley will fake out, and a deep ball to Burris. It is just overthrown out of the reach of Armand Burris, who had his guy beat. A little bit of an overthrow there by Crawley. Brings out 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Jeremy, I believe that's the second target to Armand, but more importantly, it's the first downfield one. The first one was a screen, and Armand, he had some space on his guy, almost at arm's length, maybe, but when you're the quarterback, you have to be pinpoint with that, because if you lead him too much, he's going to have to go and reach for it, as Armand had to, and the cornerback's going to stay with him, and he can't get his hands on the ball. An
important 3rd and 8 here for the Patriots. Crawley will get the snap. He is looking for his receivers. He will hit. It is a drop by Griffin Surin, who is open for a second up the middle. It'll be 4th down in the Patriots after taking 45 seconds off the clock in the 3rd quarter. Will punt the ball right back to Lyons, who executed a phenomenal touchdown drive on their last drive of the first half.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's not what you want for Stevenson first drive out of the locker room. You wanted some plays, some offensive plays, some life. There wasn't much of that, and now they're punting again.
Punt, a little bit of a wobbly punt right to the returner of Lyons, and he will be dropped right where he collected the ball. That was Travis Stam, the wide receiver, who gets dropped, tackled on the play by Zach Becker. Lions will start their own 49, just about at midfield.
Jeremy, I keep talking about, this is a big drive, but I have to again. This is a huge drive for Stevenson. Lions has an 8-point lead already, and if they can stop, if Stevenson can stop Lions here at midfield, it'll be huge in this game. Get Stevenson back with another chance in a one-possession game. But if Lions scores, it makes it way, way more difficult for Stevenson to come back in this game.
Well, it is the playoffs, so every drive here is important for both sides. As a handoff to McQueenie, gains about 3 to the right side. Every drive is very important in this playoffs because, you know, one run, one pass, you know, could make or break the season and moving on to the next round.
Yeah, Jeremy, I just want to point out on that play, great play by Ethan Agacon, you know, who's on the right side, came around on the edge against the left tackle, followed the run, made a shoestring tackle with many other Patriots, stopped any gain there for Lions.
Lions gets a hair across midfield, gain of 1 on the play, if that. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from just past midfield. Rollout there in a pass looking downfield that is dropped. Dropped by number 6, Mac Long. Called his name, I think, once or twice so far tonight.
Well, Jeremy, we have called his name twice, and now twice for drops. You know, on these rollout passes, the easy completions with the receivers next to the sidelines, you expect them to make those catches for Lions. And if they're not, those are big, big losses because that play, I believe, would have been a 1st down if he had caught that or close to. But instead, it's a 3rd and 8 for Lions.
Well, Zidane, you were talking about how important this drive is for the Patriots. The Patriots have Lions right where they want them. It is 3rd down and 8. Watch out for the dual threat running and passing by Lyon Township quarterback Ryan Jackson, the 3-sport athlete, as he drops back. Got some pressure. He will throw. He's got a wide open receiver, but he overthrows him. The target was looking towards Jack Chaney's direction, the running back. And it'll be 4th down, and Zidane, Stevenson got that crucial stop that you were talking about.
Yeah, Jeremy, we've talked about them all year, but it was that D-line, again, making the plays. They got that done. Stevenson, they've needed it. They needed that drive, needed that stop. They get it. Hopefully, will not be in too bad position here.
Lyons Township on to punt. Newcomb will punt it. It's not that deep, but will drop without Stevenson coming close to touching it. Will drop down just inside the 25-yard line. Zidane, this is a good time to thank everyone who's helping out with this broadcast. I know we thank them at the end, but it's a great time to thank everyone. We got our producer, Justin Furstein. We got Dylan and Ethan on stats. We have the amazing Mr. Carlson here to support. We have SHS-TV, who's helping us with all the footage. We couldn't be doing the work that we do without all those people helping us. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amir, on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, as Stevenson's second drive of the second half is underway, and Costable bounces around outside to the left for about a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Jeremy, Stevenson tried with their inside power zone sort of runs previous in the first half, but now they're trying to get Costable outside into space, let him use his playmaking ability. But again, not much there for the Stevenson rushing offense. They need to get that going to really jumpstart this offense.
Stevenson just over 50 yards of rushing for the whole game. They're going to continue to pound the ball, but we'll see what happens here on 2nd down as Crawley collects. Crawley pitches it to Cern. Cern will fade out to the right side, and he will get all of 2 yards. An important 3rd down here coming up. 3rd and 8 for the Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, they're using Costable as sort of a decoy. You know, he has that playmaking ability. All the defense, he has that gravity. That word, again, I like to use. He's just using it, trying to drag the Lions defenders away.
A penalty on the Patriots. I must have missed that. I didn't see a flag there. Did you see a holding? Looks to be a holding. Zidane, you caught the holding. I did not. So a holding on the previous play will actually bring back 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd down and a little bit of a distance here.
Interesting call by the Lions coaches, too, to accept that penalty. You had a 3rd and 8 way in the Stevenson zone, instead giving Stevenson another down. That being said, at 2nd and 15. But yeah, on the flip, you know, I saw Lions defender sort of being dragged. You can see that jersey. Clear hold. Ref saw it too. Called it. Lions accepted the penalty.
Good eyes there, Zidane. I missed that. It'll be 2nd and 18. Stevenson backed up at their own 14-yard line. We got 9:01 left in the third quarter. His first round of the IHSA 8A playoffs. Stevenson got in after a big time win over Libertyville at Libertyville last weekend. They were already in the playoffs, but the win last week clinched a home playoff game. And this is Stevenson's first home playoff game since 2016.
Constable motioning out to the left.
Crawley collects, looking, he's trying to avoid some pressure. Will try to run it himself. He's got some space, and he will get back around where the original line of scrimmage is. It'll be 3rd and about 11 after a pickup of about 7 yards there from Crawley.
Yeah, Jeremy, on that play, left tackle completely got beat. Lyons defender was immediately in the backfield just as Crawley was getting ready to scan the field. He had to loop around, get a nice scramble, got some nice yardage there, set it to around 3rd and I believe 13 maybe for Stevenson.
Crawley on the QB keeper gains a couple. It'll be a 3rd down and 13 for the Patriots at their own 20-yard line. Lyons Township sideline getting amped up. Crawley will fake the screen, and he will, dangerous throw by Crawley. He was looking for Zach Becker, but a dangerous dump-off throw. That could have turned ugly, but instead it is 4th down, and the Patriots are going to punt it right back to Lyons Township.
Yeah, Jeremy, Stevenson just not looking good on offense. You know, a lot of this year they've gone in the half down and then came out and jump-started the offense with big plays. Just not had that yet so far in this third quarter. Honestly, looking slightly worse on offense. You know, Crawley looking for opportunities. But, you know, you saw that screen of Zach Becker just blown up completely by that Lions defense.
Constable will punt it, and it's a blocked punt. Oh, my. And that'll be a touchdown for Lyons Township. Everything that could have gone wrong on that play did for the Patriots. That is Noah Faflin, who received the punt in the end zone for a touchdown. So it turned into a great stop by the Patriots when Lyons had the ball. Turned into a blocked punt touchdown for Lyons Township.
Yeah, Jeremy, Lyons Township crowd hyped up. I mean, just the worst kind of play. We talked about it. An underrated aspect of football is the special teams. You saw it. The Lions special teamers got straight through to Constable, had no time to get that punt off, had no chance. Even they were straight in his face just as he'd started to kick it.
Newcomb will knock the extra point through. Zidane, it is worth mentioning that that is the 2nd special teams failure by the Patriots, because if you remember, after the Zach Becker touchdown, Caden On's extra point was blocked then too. But nonetheless, receiving the ball in the end zone was Noah Faflin, who is their star wide receiver on offense.
Yeah, Jeremy, and those points just make it that more difficult. I believe it's now a 15-point game for Stevenson. That's a lot bigger hole to climb out of when we just talked about this offense has not looked great so far.
Stevenson will have some answering to do once they collect the ball and get on offense. We have the typical Zach Hirsch and Christopher Thorndike back to receive for the Patriots. What a swing there, just on one play.
Yeah, Jeremy, it's just the worst coaching moment you can feel. Special teams is supposed to be a guarantee. You're supposed to be able to reset, get back into this game. And to have Lyons score a touchdown after a blocked punt is just worst case scenario for Stevenson.
A bit of a short punt, and Thorndike will have a chance to return it. Thorndike makes a couple men miss, but Thorndike will get up to about the 27-yard line. Zidane, this is the type of drive where you have to forget about the blocked punt, and you have to just look towards the end zone to try to score.
Yeah, Jeremy, the offense has got to reset. Crawley's got to get into rhythm, get into motion, get him out in space, and get his receivers open. They're not getting that much separation right now. That's why you're seeing these incompletions over and over. But again, you saw Christopher Thorndike there on the kick return. Electric returner, electric running back, great playmaker. You see him in the backfield right now.
There is 8 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Not a must-score drive for the Patriots, but it would be nice to try to turn the tide here as Crawley gets the ball. And a deep shot to Zach Becker is a little bit overthrown. Becker was out in one-on-one coverage with number 7, Jack McQueenie, defensive back. As a flag comes in, we'll check to see what the flag is. Looks to be a holding on Lyons, so a bit of a break there for the Patriots. That'll set them up for a first down after a 15-yard penalty.
Jeremy, that's exactly the type of lucky play Stevenson needed. You know, Zach Becker, I want to say this, with his uniform and stuff and number, looks a lot like Gronk. Aiden Crawley, maybe Gronk could have caught that pass, but not Zach Becker, way over his head. But Stevenson gets a break with a holding, possibly why Zach Becker didn't get to the ball.
That's a really good comparison. Big Zach Becker is wearing number 87. Crawley will take another deep shot. He's looking for Burris, and that is just out of reach for Burris. You know, a little bit about Burris, talking with wide receiver coach Block today. You know, he claims that Burris is one of the smartest and best wide receivers he's coached. We saw in the interview with Uzadon with Coach Becker that this is only Armand's third year playing football. He picked up football his sophomore year. The connection wasn't there on that play for Crawley and Burris.
Yeah, Jeremy, he's their main offensive playmaker in the passing game. You need to get him going. But, you know, he ran a deep route, but Danny Montesano was blanketed over him.
A pitch to Kendrick Kenning, and as it has all night, not a lot to work with for Kenning there. It's about the 4th time Stevenson has run that, and they've pretty much gotten the same result every time, a loss of 1.
Yeah, Jeremy, they're trying to get him in space, trying to be creative with the offense, but it's not fooling this Lion defensive line or linebackers. They're working well, they're getting to the point of attack, and they're getting those tackles, which is just exactly what you don't want for Stevenson.
3rd and 11 forthcoming for the Patriots as the clock just ticks under the 8-minute mark left to go in the third quarter. Shout out to all of the viewers viewing from all places of the earth right now. Thank you for tuning in week after week to listen to the Stevenson Sports Broadcast Network. Crawley gets the snap. Crawley looking downfield, got some pressure, avoids the sack, will look down deep, has no one open, he'll just throw it, and it is tipped up and intercepted by number 3, Jack Chaney. We've called his name a couple times tonight, and he comes away with an interception. We're gonna check the replay here, but man, has the tide turned here at Stevenson.
Looks like it was tipped out of Kenning's hands.
Yeah, Jeremy, you saw Crawley roll out, escape pressure. I mean, a great play by him in the backfield, try to heave it down to Kendrick Kenning, but over the middle, too many players in the vicinity, too many hands got tipped up, and I believe, as you said, Jack Chaney was the ones to finally get his hands on it, make the catch, make the pick. Again, Jeremy, after a blocked punt and now an interception, back-to-back very bad offensive drives for Stevenson.
Everything seeming to go Lyons Township way in the second half here. How will Stevenson respond as the quarterback, Jackson, will take it and pitch it to McQueenie for about a 1-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Caden Schultz.
Good play there by the Stevenson defense. Break through that screen, make the easy tackle, allow, I believe, at most 2-yardage gain for Lyons Township.
And that will be a 2nd and 8 from right on midfield at the 50-yard line. Clock will continue to run under the 7-minute mark in the third quarter.
Three wide receivers to the right. Look for maybe a run from Lyons Township.
Jackson gathers pressure in the backfield, and he will go down. Tackled on the play by Caden Schultz, the sophomore. And wow, what a big play there for the Patriots.
Back-to-back brilliant plays by Caden Schultz and the Stevenson defense. I mean, just broke through that entire offensive line, got straight to the quarterback, Jackson had no chance. There was nowhere for him to go. We talked about his wheels. We talked about his legs. There's nowhere he could run out of that sack. Great play by Stevenson. That's the type of momentum changer they've been needing all night. Now they can get a stop, get the ball back, hopefully score on their next drive.
You know, Zidane, we talk a lot about Ethan Agakhan, Anthony Adams on this defensive line, but Caden Schultz with a huge sack, making his presence felt here in the third quarter. 3rd and 20 for Lyons, as Jackson will just take it himself, try to get something, and he will get something, but he will not get the first down, I don't think. We'll see where the refs spot him. I think he's about a yard or two shy. It'll be 4th down. We'll see. I'm assuming they're going to keep their offense on the field here.
Yeah, with such a great run there on a 3rd and 20, you know, the offense got to feel a bit rejuvenated. Now it's 4th and short. Most likely, we'll see a Lions offensive play.
After a quick discussion by the referees, they mark it 4th down. It'll be about 4th and 1 yard to go. Lyons Township going big again. We see number 15, Tucker King, enter the game. He's the big guy they're probably going to be looking to if they don't run it here. Big 4th down incoming here. This is the 3rd time they've gone on 4th and 1. We got Rickman in the backfield, and it'll be a QB option. Take it yourself by Jackson, who will scramble ahead for the 1st down.
Jeremy, we've talked about the legs on Jackson. You know, Stevenson has had trouble containing him all night. They've done well so far, really, in the passing game outside of that one drive before halftime. But now it's his legs working against them. Back-to-back plays, gets the 1st down after a huge 12-yard sack by Caden Schultz.
Good couple runs here by the quarterback, Jackson, who, as we mentioned in the first half, is a 3-sport athlete, varsity on football, basketball, and baseball. As he gathers a snap, drops back, looks down the field. He might take it himself, and he will for the 3rd time in a row. A penalty marker was thrown as Jackson took it himself for about 3 yards. We'll check the marker, usually in the vicinity of holding. You can see the referee pointing back towards Lyons' way, so it's probably what we're going to get here. Holding is the call. Jim Gilkert, our referee, announces to the stadium.
Yeah, Jeremy, when you get those sort of broken play quarterback scrambles, happens a lot in the pros, and obviously happens a lot in college and in high school. You know, get that holding because you're sort of worried about where your quarterback is. You don't want him to run into a sack, and so you grab onto that defender. Another holding call there. Lyons sent back.
It'll be 1st and 20 for Lyons, who is now back towards the midfield mark at Stevenson's 48-yard line. Jackson in the past 3 plays has taken it himself. We'll see what he does here as he gets the snap. Pressure, Anthony Adams is in the area, and a screen pass that was drawn up for Rickman, but in the backfield, a penalty. Roughing the passer will be the call. Number 5, Anthony Adams, is the victim on that play. Unfortunate because he made a very good play. So right as Lyons moves back 10, they will get 15 and an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, Jeremy, after a brilliant play from Anthony Adams, gets flagged. The ref saw something. I don't know if we, agree with that call, but that's what it is. Lyons moves the ball up back into Stevenson territory.
Pressure was definitely there. Rickman tipped the ball, and it was incomplete. Would have been 2nd and 20, but instead, Lyons back up at Stevenson's 33-yard line, 1st and 10, with 5:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Scored 21-6 in favor of Lyons Township. Jackson gathers, looking downfield. He's got his man. That is number 2, Travis Stram. Touchdown, Lyons.
Jeremy, we talked about it. They were containing the deep ball. They were containing the big plays. You know, the Lions receivers were getting drops. And then just like that, after a block punt and a pick, now a 38-yard touchdown for Travis Stram, the receiving leader for Lyons. But that is, that is a big momentum shift for Lyons to now go up hopefully 28-6 if the kicker makes the extra point.
Newcomb will line up for the extra point here, but that is Stam's 2nd touchdown. If you remember, he blocked the punt as Newcomb knocks it through. Scores 28-6 in favor of Lyons Township. We knew Lyons was going to come in aggressive. They won 6 games this year, as you can see the 38-yard dot on replay.
Yeah, Jeremy, just a beautifully placed ball there by Jackson. I mean, Strahan was wide open, beat his man off the scrimmage yard line. Great play by Lyons. Really bad play for Stevenson. Now, as an offense that has done basically nothing in the third quarter and in the second half, now they have to produce being down 28-7-6.
As I mentioned, Lyons Township, they put up 63 points last week on the road at Proviso East. That got them into the playoffs. They play in a conference with teams like York and Glenbard West, who are also in the playoffs, and I think they both capped off 7-win seasons. So we'll see if Stevenson can respond, but the momentum is all in favor of Lyons Township with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter as Newcomb boots it away and into the end zone for a touchback. Zidane, what do we need to see from the Patriots here on this drive, this crucial drive?
I'd keep it pretty simple. I'd say a touchdown, Jeremy, is really what you need to see after 28-6, after back-to-back bad plays. I mean, I guess I would say some momentum, some building of plays. We saw that on Stevenson's first touchdown drive. We haven't seen it since then. If anything, get the running game, get some passes, get some momentum, get multiple first downs. You need a score here.
Crawley gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks Armand's way. The first time they've been able to connect tonight as Burris gets up for about 4 yards to the left side.
Yes, Jeremy, when Stevenson has been down in these games so far, they've went to these screens. There you see Armand Burris making the catch, reeling it in, getting some extra yardage. That's how they sort of get their wide receivers get going. Let Aiden Crawley gain some confidence back after a pick.
We'll see what the first-year signal caller, Aiden Crawley, does on this drive. He's in a big spot here. We'll see where he goes as he collects the ball and gives it to Costable. Costable gets up ahead up the field. He'll collect a first down after running out to the left side. It'll be 1st and 10 Patriots.
Jeremy, that's a good play for Stevenson. Moves the chain, gives them the first down, gives them another 4 chances to get another one.
Good running on that play for Stevenson. Like you mentioned, it would have set him up with a 3rd down, but instead it is a 1st down, and they are on the move after not picking up a 1st down in their last couple drives. Crawley gathers, fakes the handoff, looking around, tries to avoid pressure, runs to the right side, runs by the ref. Crawley could run it himself, and that's what he does. Gains about 1 yard out to the right side after running all the way across the field. Smart play by Crawley not to force anything deep.
Well, I mean, Jeremy, he was really, really looking for it. He could have started off and tried to break off a run much earlier, but he's really looking for the pass. I don't know if you saw, but Armand Burris sort of running back in with his hands waving, looking for the throw from his quarterback, but Crawley not feeling confident that he could make it there, just steps out of bounds for a yard gain.
Smart play by Crawley, who on the last drive had an interception off a tip ball that was intended for Kendrick Kenning. Armand Burris lines up all by himself to the left side. Costable motions. It's a pitch to Costable. Costable to the left side. And he will get stopped right where he started for no gain on that play.
Yeah, not the play Stevenson was looking for. You know, they got Costable in space. They got their other monster running back, Christopher Thorndike, to get a block. But oh, of course, Jeremy, it was the linebacker, Colgate commit, Noah Faflin, who got that tackle, just broke through. You know, Stevenson had some good blocks on that play, but not on the player that mattered the most.
Lyons Township so far has answers to everything Stevenson's been throwing at him, but a 3rd down and 10 here is a big opportunity for the Patriots, who line up with a couple receivers out to the right side. Let's see what Crawley draws up here. He's looking for his receivers. That is in the vicinity of Kenning again, and a tipped ball by no other than the Colgate commit, Noah Faflin. Brings up 4th down, and the Patriots, for the 3rd time this quarter, are going to punt it again, hoping for better punt protection this time.
Well, Jeremy, you know, just brilliant coverage by Noah Faflin. I don't honestly know how much there is to say. Crawley didn't necessarily make a bad throw, not a bad route, just brilliant coverage in the space. There was no chance for the receiver to even get his hands on that.
If you're just joining us, you are listening to the Stevenson Broadcast Network. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. We are in round 1 of the IHSA 8A playoffs. And a good punt there by Costable draws Lyons all the way back, but moving to the left side of the field. We'll run out of bounds about the 30-yard line. We have Lyons Township Lions versus the Stevenson Patriots here in Lincolnshire, Illinois.
Yeah, Jeremy, that was Travis Stram, the guy who just caught that 38-yard touchdown on the punt return. Nice reversal. Sort of looked like he might lose quite a bit yardage on the punt return, but gain some back with his run.
The punt return goes out of bounds at the Lyons Township 28-yard line. We have 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Everything going Lyons Township's way. So far this quarter, the score was 14-6 at halftime, but 2 touchdowns for Lyons this quarter has shifted the momentum heavily, as Jackson will do a little bit of a screenplay to his running back, McQueenie, who gains about 9 yards.
Yeah, a lot of involvement from McQueenie this tonight for Lyons. You know, making a lot of plays, making a lot of catches, getting a lot of runs. He's constantly in the backfield. Him and Rickman have been great for Lyons so far.
A first down from Lyons moves the chains. It's 3 minutes and 10 seconds remain in the third quarter. Stevenson was in the playoffs last year where they went up on the road against Warren Township. Lost, so this is the second year in a row of the Patriots being in the playoffs. As a run right up the middle by McQueenie gets them about 4, 5.
Yeah, Jeremy, just an inside run there, sort of chew some clock, gain some yardage. But Jeremy, you know, got to talk about that last drive from Stevenson. That was really their chance to really get back in this game, and they just cannot do it. And now Lyons gets another chance to score or run the clock out.
The clock is running indeed, as there's about 10 seconds left on the play clock. Jackson checks the play clock, will get the ball, fake the handoff, and he is a wide open receiver who will be wrapped up. That was Travis Stam. There's a flag on the play. We'll see. I think it was a holding on the offense, so Lyons Township will back up 10 yards.
Yeah, sort of a lucky penalty there from Stevenson. Again, you saw Stram get involved again for Lyons, but Stevenson gets a lucky penalty, forces them back. Hopefully, will force them to punt before the third quarter is over.
Zidane, it's worth noting the tackle on that play. You know, wrapped him up by his shoelaces and wouldn't let him get further. I missed who made the tackle there, but it was Simmons made the tackle there. It was a very good tackle. Grabbed him by the ankles and wouldn't let him move.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's honestly, you don't see that very often, a missed tackle by a Patriot. Coach Berger, Coach Brecker, they really drill these guys, the secondary defensive line linebackers. They make some great tackles. Even in this game, we've seen Ethan Agakon and other players make great tackles.
Jackson hands it off to their running back, Dylan Rickman, the senior, number 33, and that goes nowhere. But a late flag after the play, a dead ball foul, looks to be on Lyons as the ref points his way.
Jeremy, we saw some pushing and shoving after the play. Really could have gone either way. We'll see what the refs calls.
Personal foul against Lyons Township will back him up 1.5 miles. A little bit of some extracurricular after the play. Lyons shooting themselves in the foot now with a huge lead.
Jeremy, when you have like a home playoff game like this, emotions run high. You know, it's been so anticipated for both schools, and you know, with Stevenson down, Lyons up, it gets a little chippy in there.
After a holding play and then a dead ball personal foul, Lyons at about a 2nd and 30, second and forever, we'll see what they do here. I wouldn't be surprised if Jackson tries to run it himself and get a couple yards or a handoff. Jackson collects, and he will run it up the middle, but he will get nowhere. The Stevenson pressure gets to him, and the whole squad was there. Didn't get the chance to see who actually made the tackle, but there was a lot of gray Stevenson jerseys. Might have been Richie Gergiev.
Yeah, Jeremy, but it's really more of a just combined tackle. Stevenson defense just converged on Jackson. Had nowhere to go, you know, tried to make a little space, but swallowed up by that Stevenson defense.
Stevenson defense will get off the field. It's a 4th and 30 for Lyons Township. Stevenson with 2 guys back. Hirsch and Thorndike back to receive as the punt is up. A little bit of a short punt. Will drop on Stevenson's side of the field. Ball will be dropped at about the 50-yard line, right at midfield.
Much better position for Stevenson to start, and hopefully, again, we'll get some scoring. They only have around 36 seconds left in the third quarter, but if they can get a very early fourth quarter touchdown, that will be huge in this game.
This will be Stevenson's best starting field position of the game, right at midfield, and it couldn't come at a more crucial point. We got 36 seconds left in the third quarter of this playoff single elimination game. Nice to see that the rain held off after a little bit of rain in the first quarter, as Hirsch will give it to Costable, who Costable will get across to Township, Lyon Township's side of the field, for a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, you know, Frank Costable, you got to go back to him. Stevenson running very quick here.
Stevenson moving quickly as the quarter is running down. Crawley will look to throw. It is a designed screen pass that gets blown up in its tracks.
Yeah, Jeremy, that will likely be the last play of the third quarter, but Crawley just sort of had to escape that pressure, just sort of lob up a screen pass, which is definitely, let me tell you, not what you want to do on a screen pass.
So we will move on to the fourth quarter on the Stevenson Broadcast Network. My name is Jeremy Eskowitz, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. We are in Lincolnshire, Illinois for round 1 of the IHSA Class 8A playoffs. At the end of 3 quarters, we got Lyons Township 28, Stevenson 6. Zidane, what do we need to see from the Patriots in this fourth quarter?
Touchdowns, yeah, I think it's touchdowns probably. You know, they just need to get their offense going. They haven't touched the outside of their own touchdown since then. They haven't touched Lyons like red zone, and that's a problem, as you see in the score in 28-6. So Stevenson really needs to get something going. You know, either Crawley needs to get in the rhythm or get that running game going. I don't know which is which. That'll be the coach's decision, but something's got to give for Stevenson to get back in this game.
I think just as equally as touchdowns, I think no self-inflicted wounds for the Patriots is equally important. Try not to get a holding penalty. Try not to get a, false start penalty. These self-inflicted wounds are continuing to hurt the Patriots as the referees are configuring on something here. Not too sure what that was about. Maybe a substitution or something, because they didn't announce anything, but it'll be third down. And as I had just mentioned, self-inflicted wounds, Stevenson draws a false start.
I mean, Jeremy, you just can't do that on a third down. The best receiver in the game, I mean, it wasn't even just a flinch. He was ready to go into his route. Just bad communication. You know, we thought we'd short up these, self-inflicted wounds in the middle of the season because they were on a 5-game winning streak. They came in here with a lot of momentum, looking really good, and they've just not translated that to this game.
All the momentum was on Stevenson's side. They had a 5-game winning streak dating back to the month of September. Crawley will run around trying to find someone, try to avoid pressure. Good block by Costable. I think that might draw a flag, though. Crawley running for what looks to be his life here, and he loses a couple yards but Costable is going to get called for what I think is like a blindside block.
Yeah, Jeremy, but I'd be very surprised if Lyons chooses to accept that, as I believe it'll be a 4th down. But did they?
The ref signaled a penalty in favor of Lyons. He corrects himself. I was trying to figure out why he was saying Lyons, but there's a penalty on Stevenson that I'm assuming would be declined by Lyons. It was declined by Lyons. It'll bring up a 4th down. I think helmet-to-helmet contact. I think the signal was a helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know, with a smaller guy like Frank Costable, when he really throws his shoulder in on a bigger guy, his helmet most likely make contact with that D lineman. Ref a little confused there, but we got the call right. Stevenson will, again, most likely go for it, I'd assume.
You have to. You have to. You're down 28-6. It's the 4th quarter. You're going to have to go for it. The clock will run on this play with 11:37 left to go in the 4th quarter. Crawley is going to have to go deep in his bag to try and draw some magic. He had a 38-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down in the first half. We'll see what he brings here as he gets the ball. And a bad snap. It's over his head. He collects it. He's going to have to throw it, and he completes it to Drabchek, but that goes nowhere as Stevenson turns over the ball on what was their best field position of the day. Lyons Township's going to take over in control with 11:15 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Jeremy, it's desperation mode for Stevenson. You know, Crawley running around for his life, protection not holding up. I mean, that was one of our keys to the game, protecting Crawley, and it held up so far in the game up until now when they really, really need it. I mean, they got a completed pass, but nowhere near the yard line. Now Lyons again in Stevenson territory with a chance to run that clock way down and get another score.
You got any big plans for Halloween, Zidane? Halloween's coming up this Tuesday. Anything special or not really?
Most likely not, Jeremy. You know, still submitting that college apps as a lot of students here at Stevenson are.
As Lyons Township runs to the left side, get a 1st down. But Zidane, where I was going with that is celebrate Halloween with Key Club's annual trunk or treat. That was located in Lot C. Kids can trick or treat from decorated cars and enjoy games, music, face painting, fake tattoos, and a costume parade. So a lot of Halloween activities going on around Stevenson.
Yeah, Jeremy, that was earlier today. You know, I don't know if you were by any chance over by Lot C, but it was packed. A lot of families, seem to be having a lot of fun.
I saw a little bit of it. A lot of cool costumes as a run by McQueenie gets about 1. Tripped up on the play by number 58, Ethan Agakon.
Yeah, Jeremy, this Stevenson defensive line has played stellar throughout this game, getting that pressure, playing great run defense, which they've done all year, really. No team has really ran their way all over them. It's really been those deep balls in the past that Stevenson has suffered because of.
We got a 3rd and 1 for Lyons here. We'll see what Stevenson can do here. It's going to be a handoff that will should gain the 1st down. Good pressure by Stevenson, but Lyons Township was able to get enough yards to generate a 1st down. The 1st and 10 for Lyons. The clock is continuing to run. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of hope left for the Stevenson Patriots.
Yeah, Jeremy, it sort of seems like this is the closing chapter on the Patriots season, but what a season. I mean, going 7-2, not a lot of people expected this out of this roster with so many new players, so many young contributors.
As we mentioned earlier in the game, after Lyons Township's McQueenie gets about 1 or 2 yards, is that Ethan Agakon, the defensive lineman that we've spotlighted a lot tonight, he was the only returning starter from last year's team. And yes, there was a couple seniors that moved into these roles, but there's a lot of youth on this football team, a lot of sophomores. The sophomore class is really strong, which is huge when looking towards Stevenson's future.
I mean, just to mention a few, you have obviously quarterback Aiden Crawley, running back Frank Costable, and defensive lineman Anthony Adams. 3 huge playmakers for
who are
Stevenson.
sophomores.
All sophomores.
Lyons Township generates a run up the middle. McQueenie, the ball carrier, yet again, got a majority of carries tonight. Was able to pick up a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 as the clock continues. Sorry, the clock will stop with the first down until they get up to the line, but the clock's going to continue to run now.
Yeah, Jeremy, I mean, obviously Travis Stam had a great game, has had a great game with that 38-yard touchdown catch, but really it's been McQueenie, I'd say, who's been the most impactful offensive player. He's gotten the most carries. He's been targeted a lot by Jackson, just doing a lot of the work for Lyons.
Yeah, run up the middle by number 33, Dylan Rickman. Generates about a yard here. I think the athleticism of quarterback number 9, the senior Ryan Jackson, was just a little too much for the Patriots tonight. You know, the dual threat quarterback Stevenson, they haven't faced a whole lot of that so far. You know, most of these quarterbacks are pretty good at, you know, getting the ball down and running it when they need to, but Stevenson really hasn't faced too much of a dual threat quarterback so far this year, and Ryan Jackson is one of the best at it.
I mean, he's been incredible, and it's really just, it's not even scramble plays a lot, but it's just rolling out, being able to create that space, create the time for his receivers to get separation.
Ryan Jackson has had a phenomenal day here at Stevenson as he gets ready to collect the snap for 2nd and 5. Handoff yet again. Keeps the clock running. Dylan Rickman the carry again. 3rd down and short for Lyons.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're just going to see, again, as long as Lyons is on offense, those inside zone runs, they burn a lot of clock, they get some yardage, get some chunks, keep this clock going, keep the drive going, eventually score and get an even bigger lead, Stevenson.
It's going to be an unfortunate end to the season, for the Patriots, but a lot to be excited about going forward for next year. Like you mentioned, a lot of returners. This senior class, it's a strong senior class. They are definitely going to be missed, but the good news is that Stevenson looks like they've got people to fill these shoes come next year.
Yeah, coming in this game, they had a lot of momentum, but really as a program, they've had momentum. You know, now back-to-back playoff appearances, a lot of youth, a lot of great teams. They'll probably continue to be good.
It'll be 4th down and 1 or 2 for Lyons. The Lyon Township sideline and fans chanting for I can't tell, some sort of play they're hoping for. You know, they're feeling pretty good with this big lead. We'll see what they draw up. They're running some clock right now. Got 12 seconds left on the play clock. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. Taking a lot of time, actually. They might call a timeout. The play clock just ran dead. So timeout for Lyons Township. I'm going to take this as a reminder. We mentioned in the first quarter, I'm going to use this as a reminder to talk about the girls flag football team. The girls flag football team, who is in their inaugural season, has their own playoff game tomorrow. The Patriots will be playing in their first game against Rockford Guilford at 5:30 p.m. at Hallis Hall, where the Chicago Bears practice. The spectators are limited in the facility, so the game can also be viewed on YouTube. So make sure to check them out tomorrow. Support our girls flag football team. We got a chance to see the girls flag football team when we did our last broadcast on October 6th against Zion Benton, and they are a fun team to watch.
I mean, Jim, they've just been dominant. They've been wiping the floor with teams.
They went undefeated, right?
They went undefeated. They were scoring 50 points a game, allowing 0 or something. Just absolute dominance. Now they go to Hallis Hall for state playoffs.
The field goal attempt by the Kent State commit, Tommy Newcomb, is up and good. It'll push the lead a little bit further, 31-6 in favor of Lyons Township.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left, Jeremy, Stevenson most likely won't be able to dig out of this hole now, even on offense. So most likely look for some runs, some chewing of the clock for Stevenson.
Yeah, not enough left on the clock, it seems, for Stevenson to pull something off. But the hope is that Stevenson can hold their heads high, knowing that they competed in a very good season. They lost a big, we're talking about, the sophomores, but the class that graduated last year was huge to this football program. If I'm not mistaken, might be a year or two off, but the class that graduated last year might have been one of Becker's first classes as head coach. I don't remember exactly when he took over, but it was definitely a key class. You had quarterback Matt Perjansky, you had the oncoming of wide receiver Ben Snyder. So that team had a lot of experience and was very good. And for Stevenson to bounce back like this and have an even better record and make the playoffs, that's huge.
If anything, Jeremy, the guys you were talking about, they're really leaders in the locker room. Remy Harajan, Michael Maloney, those were the leaders. Those were the glue guys. Obviously, very talented football players, but they kept that locker room together and going. And so once this season started, we were wondering who takes their places. Obviously, you're going to have position battles or whatever, but who in the locker rooms can take their places? And guys have risen up, become new voices, and the Stevenson team had a very, very successful season.
Screen pay, and it is dropped by Frank Costable. That play really sums up the night for the Patriots. Not a lot going right. Costable was looking upfield before he was able to secure the ball.
Yeah, Jeremy, even when Stevenson has gotten the ball into their playmakers' hands, it's just they haven't done anything really with it. A drop there by Costable. Both teams actually suffered a lot of drops, especially the Lions in the first half. A lot of easy completions dropped by their wide receivers, but they ended up scoring 31.
With 5:11 left in the fourth quarter, Zidane, this tonight might be the end of the Stevenson Patriots football team's season, but it's worth noting that the broadcast season is still fresh and is still young. Our fall sports, as Burris makes the catch but get dropped right away. But as the fall season is wrapping up, we've got a whole winter and spring season ahead of us of broadcast right here on the Stevenson Broadcast Network.
Yeah, Jeremy, we're going to have a bunch of basketball. Soccer just wrapped up their... You know what? That's a great thing to talk about. Boys soccer had a very successful season as well, but lost in double OT to Palatine, I believe, in their super sectional. So a lot of Stevenson teams having great regular season success so far, but not really doing it in the postseason.
The pass by Crawley goes way over the head of the receiver, and Stevenson is like they have all night. Another fourth down, it feels like.
Stevenson cross-country section is the
Actually, holding against Lyons will give Stevenson a fresh set of downs. Sorry, I missed the flag that came in there, but our referee, Jim Gilkert, signaled a holding. So first down, Stevenson will get to stay on the field. And Zidane, we can go back to soccer in a second here, because I know you're in the middle of that. But in these minutes here, when the score has already been decided, it's good to see, what you have out of Crawley, things like that for next year, as Burris makes an athletic play for only about 3 yards. It's good to see what you're going to have moving on to next season. So this is, as much as the score might already be decided, these are crucial minutes for the quarterback. These are crucial crucial minutes for everyone on this team.
Well, I mean, Jeremy, this is a hard-working team. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give in. They're going to keep trying to play, keep trying to get the yards, keep trying to get these plays.
Lots of flags. I think every referee tossed a flag on that play. I think we're going to get a couple penalties here. we'll see. All those flags came about the same vicinity where the screen pass was. We're going to check the replay here where the screen pass was set up to what looked like Frank Costabile. Maybe a holding, a head-to-head I don't know, Zan, what did you see?
Most likely that'd probably be unnecessary roughness or some personal foul defense.
We got 2 penalties on the play on Stevenson and Lyons Township that'll offset. Zidane, what were the penalties that we saw?
Yeah, Jeremy, I believe they called illegal man downfield on Stevenson, but then the helmet-to-helmet contact by the Colgate commit, Noah Faflin, on Frank Costabile, so offsetting penalties.
Those penalties will offset, but what a hard hit by Faflin there. And the ineligible man downfield, like Zidane mentioned, will offset the penalties there. You want to get back to talking about soccer?
Yeah, Stevenson soccer, boys soccer, had a very successful season. We're looking to go deep in the postseason, but ran into some trouble versus Palatine in their super sectional. Ended up losing in double OT 2-1, a heartbreaker for Stevenson.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the girls volleyball team yesterday, was it the I don't know if it was the sectionals or the regionals, but the girls volleyball team had a big win yesterday. They're gonna go on to play Monday. I'll get some information about that in a second here, but the girls volleyball team is still going on. Here we go. They were back at it in the regional finals against Rolling Meadows and won convincingly 25-13 and 25-18 to become regional champions. Next up for Stevenson are the Hershey Huskies in the sectional semifinals on Monday at 7 p.m. at Hoffman Estates High School. Tickets can be purchased on GoFan. Go and support the girls volleyball team this Monday night.
Yeah, Jeremy, I also believe Coach Crow collected his 600th career win.
That happened, I think, a week ago, so he maybe, as Stevenson gets a big run out of here by Thorndike, which will get him across midfield with 2:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. But yes, you're right, Coach Crow, the girls volleyball head coach, did celebrate his 600th win. I'm pretty sure that was last week, so now he's a couple over, but that's a huge milestone and a huge honor for a great coach like Coach Crow.
Yeah, Jeremy, that program has had some real success for Stevenson through the years.
Yeah, so lots still going on with the fall sports. Got boys and girls basketball starting up. Crawley steps up with the pressure, and he will work his way to the right side of the field, not getting much, but girls flag football, girls volleyball, our girls teams are still going strong in the fall, but got a bunch of winter sports coming up here, which we will get to you live on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, which we are currently on here at Adelaide East Stevenson High School. My name is Jeremy Iskowitz, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. Under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lyons Township 31, Stevenson Patriots 6. Next up, as Lyons tackle Stevenson in the backfield, but next up it's worth noting what Lyons Township has ahead of them. They will either be playing against York, or is it Naperville North, I think? That game, is it Naperville North?
I believe so, Jeremy.
That game will be happening tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That is who this Lyons Township team will be moving on to play against in round 2 of the IHSA Class A 8A playoffs. Kenning will get the ball on the slant route. He'll get across the 45. Fourth down and about 6 to go.
Just to close it out. These are SHS-TV people that you guys can shout out.
Zidane, it is important for us to shout out our partners at SHS-TV as much as it's important to shout out the guys who are helping us with the broadcast on our side. But Zidane, do you want to read the names of the amazing SHS-TV crew that's been with us all year so far?
Yeah, Jeremy, throughout football season, done incredible work. Yeah, Joe Pine, Jacob Zarel, Adam Granish, Andrew Wolf, Ridvik Ramakrishnan, Michael Hinshaw and Anu Murakuthi did great work for SHS-TV this year.
I know SHS-TV can hear us, so thank you so much for all the work that you've done to help us. It is also important to thank the guys on our team that have helped us so far. So I'm Jeremy Iskowitz alongside my broadcast partner Zidane. Our producer is Justin Furstein. Our stats is Ethan Wang and Dylan Enton. Our underlevel report was also done by Ethan Wang. Our amazing, phenomenal sponsors who we couldn't do this without, Mr. Williams and Mr. Carlson. Thank you everyone for helping us out this season. And like we mentioned, there's a lot more broadcasts to go. But unfortunately, as these last 7 seconds tick off, this will be the end of the Stevenson Patriots varsity football season, a season that they went 7-3. A lot to come in the following years. But as these last seconds tick off here, but Zidane, right before we go final, any last second thoughts about anything?
Yeah, Jeremy, I mean, it was a really good season by Stevenson. They surprised a lot of people, not only critics, but people in the school, in their own building. You know, not a lot of people thought that this new squad, this new quarterback, new wide receivers, new offensive weapons would really click, and they did. They went 7-3. They made the playoffs, got a home playoff game for the first year since 2016. That's really something to be proud of for Stevenson.
Yeah, this is a historic football program in Stevenson. And although, Zidane, we might not be here next year, I have a feeling that this team will be back, if not next year, in the years to come. So there's about 7 seconds left. Lyons Township ready to celebrate. They just are one kneel down away. They will take the snap right here and kneel down, and the celebration will begin for the Lyons Township Lions. Thank you for watching the broadcast from all corners of the earth on the Stevenson Broadcast Network, alongside my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer. I'm Jeremy Iskowitz. You just saw your Stevenson Patriots lose to the Lyons Township Lions by a score of 31-6. I'm Jeremy Iskowitz with my broadcast partner, Zidane Amer, and from our entire crew, from SHS-TV and our stats producer and sponsors, good night, everybody. We'll see you soon.